Good morning. How are you, everyone? So I'm in holiday back home, and it's pretty warm out there. We've been like an average of 15 degrees. I have to be honest, I don't remember how used to be winter in my hometowns. I've been, I've been away for quite a long time, and I can't really remember if in December normally we had those temperatures. I think they were slightly cooler, but not sure. But I think there are some weird things that I don't remember happening in the past. And things change, climates change. It's always been changing for a really long time. So I believe that is a cycle thing, like it's the climate, my hometown in the 1600, water would arrive until the old town, and then slowly it started to move back and back and back till the sea left a lot of space, and they slowly built the new town. So I think that it's a climate, it's a cycle of things that keep changing. Get colder, you get hotter, you get cooler, you get warmer. Definitely humans destroyed and speed up any kind of change, or any kind of change that would come naturally has been exasperated by deforestation, monoculture, pollution, and so on. Human stupidity. But I'm not here to talk about the climate, even if I should. It's especially because the channel and the blog, it's about spirituality, and it's about that war that is behind the curtain that we call reality. And that's what I'm trying to show to people. I'm trying to show you that what are we being taught since kids is just a big lie, and there is more, much more. And all the stories I'm telling you, it's just to make you questioning regarding you believe it or not. It's all about questioning. It's what we've been told. The truth is what we been believing is the truth. What we are, why we're here, questioning. So the story I'm telling you happened in, let me see, it happened in 2019, and at the time I was in Scotland. So what I want to questioning this time is about people with gifts, in this case fortune telling gifts, and the usual synchronicities that for some reason happening non-stop in my life. And I believe that if you would notice that and being aware that would happen to you as well, it's just that we're so busy go through the lie that they put in front of us that we don't notice it. So this is the story, and as I said, it happened in 2019 when I lived in Edinburgh. So we were in Bruntsfield having a coffee at one of my favorite cafes, Artisan Roast. We were chatting about life in Scotland and our relationships that actually in the evening developed in a small synchronicity. This was with a woman that I was dating at the time. And so we ended up talking about peculiar people with extraordinary gifts. I told them about my grandmother and how, without having been to school and unable to read and write, she was capable of just touching your body to know or how heal some minor injuries. She was quite popular also for what nowadays is called chakra healing. To reach the fortune teller's topic wasn't so complicated, and I recounted about my experience with them, especially with the lady from Milton Keynes. She met a Chinese Chiromancer in Hong Kong that predicted she would have 2 kids when at the time prevailed the law of just one, and that she would divorce. So 20 years later, she did have 2 kids, and last year, sadly, she divorced. It reminded me of when at Tiziano Terzani in Hong Kong, a fortune teller foreseen for him that if in 20 years' time, in 1983, he would fly. He believed her, and in that year, he never flew. Then one day, he was supposed to go to Cambodia, but couldn't I couldn't make it on time. His company sent another journalist instead of him, and the helicopter he was flying precipitated. This event was the beginning of a change within himself that brought him to quit journalism and searching for the meaning of life. In those years, in search of extraordinary people, events, and the meaning and purpose of life took me to path I will never think to walk through, and there is no turn back. I feel like capable to see things that majority of people can't, and it's frustrating at times not to be able to wake the rest of the world up. I would like to help them, make them understand that there is much more of what our eyes can meet. I want to shake them up to show that life isn't waking up, going to work, going to sleep, and repeat it in a permanent fear of death, when should be life what they should be concerned about. Maybe we are heading there. I see more and more people awakening from the illusion of life. Earlier, I said I would write about the synchronicity. This is what it's about. At a cafe, my friend asked me if I would go back with my ex. I said no, because we are all different people now, and what we might have liked to each other at the beginning is gone. We're acting different parts now, and we must to move on. I miss my ex, but life moves forward, not backward. In the evening, I joined a Japanese class where I found out that an earthquake hit Niigata Prefecture. Her family lives there, so I got in touch to know if everything was okay. Fortunately, it was. At night, a friend stayed over at my flat, and we watched a new Japanese TV series. The story is about a taxi driver able to take his clients back to the past and make change to their lives. In the first episode, the main character was Kaori-chan, the name of my ex. Sometimes I know the reason of those synchronicities, but like in this case, I have no clue. Maybe I will discover it in the future. I wish I could be a fortune teller myself to find out what awaiting me in life. So this happened in 2019, and now this is what I wrote about at the time, and that I share on my blog, and I'm just going back and forward, looking at the story I wrote, and it's like just to see what happened, how all the dots connect to each other. And I'm trying to reach more people, like with those videos on my YouTube channel as well. So, you know, like in the story, you know, it's about this lady I was dating in Edinburgh, and how, you know, someone predicted for her that she would have 2 kids and divorce, and all this happened. I mean, I could tell you so many more stories. This is just some of them, you know, like Tiziano Terzani, that fortune teller from Hong Kong told him to never fly in 1983, I think, and so he did. And actually, the helicopter he was supposed to fly to go to Cambodia actually fell, injuring the person that was supposed to be him to go instead. And then obviously all those synchronicities. And I mean, how can you go through life without questioning life? How can you just let anything that's been told to you to be taken for granted? You need to question it, because this is just example, you know, this is just some of the stories, you know, that obviously should make you question what is true, what the hell we are. But if you look around, if you read about it, it's full of those kind of episodes. You are not what you think you are. This body is not yours. This face is not mine. It's just a temporary vessel that will be gone when I die. I don't know what is going to be next. But with all what has been happening in my life, obviously I can see there is more. Just I don't have the bigger picture. So once you see that there is more, how can you accept the story that have been put in front of you since when you're a kid? How can you accept all the rules that you've been forced to believe? You know, do a certain type of job, do a certain type of life, you know, obey, and then fucking die. And most of the time, very badly. You've been told to work hard, because then you will get your deserved retirement, when most of the time you will spend it on the bed, tired all the time, spending the money that you save to pay medicines. And we can see it. This is not something that, you know, it's only me to see it. Everybody's seeing this. So how can you still question? How can you still obey? How can you still accepting all the story they told you? Start questioning. Start questioning. Start questioning life. Start questioning governments. Start to questioning politician, multinational. Start questioning school. You know, the biggest brainwashing system being ever created, questioning everything. I will see you next time with some other stories. Have a great questioning time.